Okay, so this just arrived, and I genuinely cannot believe this is real. The GAN Square-1 is here. And if you know anything about the cubing community, you know how long people have been waiting for this. We are talking rumors for years. This is also the first competitive Square-1 release in over 5 years, and the first ever to come with maglev straight from the factory. So yeah, this is kind of a big deal. Let's get into it. Also, just a side note here, this cube is $44.99 on the Cubicle. So you can go and get this cube there, and if you want, you can use code JACKED at checkout for a discount off your order. So let's just get right into it. So here we got the box, we got GAN Square-1. I got a little bit of a damaged box, but I think it must have been from shipping. Square-1, GAN Square-1. We got some cool little Square-1 designs there, if you can see. So let's just open this thing right up here. And oh boy, isn't this lovely? All right, so we got some accessories too with this pretty weird opening looking box here. So in the accessories, we got our little trash can thing to adjust the tensions, and we got the instructions how to tension it. And here we have it. It looks kind of like the GAN V100 case. So let's just open this thing up here, and there it is. UV coating, maglev, and Square-1. It is so crazy to be holding this right now. All right, so it's got a nice UV coating. It feels really nice. So let's just give it a turn here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That feels interesting for sure. I have my MGC on standby here just for comparison purposes. But right now it feels light. It feels lighter than that. It feels like it's pretty fast, honestly. Faster than any Square-1 I've had. The magnets you can see lock in every single turn that they need to. Very, very nice, actually. I kind of like that. Like every single turn, very strong magnets. They just lock into place. As you can see, bang, bang. Like they just lock in. So that's kind of cool. And then this UV coating is actually pretty nice. I don't think I've had a Square-1 with that. And it feels like it churns really well. It's fast. Yeah. Overall, first impressions are nice. We got a black side, which I do like on my Square-1s. Honestly, this is just as I probably would have expected it to be. Nice UV coating finish, pretty fast. Feels like a GAN Square-1, I guess. So before we get into solves, let me just quickly run through what makes this cube different. Number one, it's maglev. No springs. This is the first Square-1 to ever come with maglev, I'm pretty sure, straight out of the box, which is huge because if you wanted that on like the MGC, you would have to buy a conversion kit or stuff like that and like swap stuff out yourself, like I don't know, junk like that. Now number two, the adjustment system. If we look here, there's this little ridge you can pull to easily pull this thing off here. Well, relatively easily. There we go. And as you can see here, GAN put their numerical adjustment system in this, which means finding your ideal setup is actually pretty straightforward here. We can use the trash can to adjust that. And number three are the magnets are perfectly aligned out of the box. As you can see where it snaps into place, perfectly aligned there, right? Perfectly aligned. So that's cool because if we compare it to like the MGC, really the other top dog of the Square-1s, this one is one of the best for sure. As you can see where it aligns here, as you can see, you see how it's not perfectly straight, and this has to like corner cut just a little bit. So that's something that's also nice about this GAN Square-1 here. So those things alone are a really big deal for Square-1 solvers, and it honestly makes this cube stand out and makes it feel pretty nice. And that's just, those are some cool things that GAN added into the Square-1. All right, so we got a decent looking scramble here. And also just one thing I want to mention, this slice layer, like scrambling it is so satisfying and it just clicks into place. This cube really does feel like nothing I've ever felt before, and I'm kind of like here for it. I kind of like it. So let's just do a little solve here and see what we can do. Right, so we got 36 seconds here. That is not a bad Squan solve for me. And this thing, I gotta say, it feels really good. It's fast. It feels stable and controllable in a way. It feels like I'm catching a little bit. But also that feels like just about the same as on the MGC, except this one has a better feel. So it doesn't feel worse like with that catching and stuff. But it felt really nice. It kind of has this really addicting sound and feel to it as well, like the way it just snaps into place and moves and the sound of it. I'm really liking this so far, and yeah. And I might do one more solve, but another notable difference is that this thing is a lot lighter as well as the MGC, which is really nice. It just like it's lighter. It feels like it turns a lot faster, and it's a lot lighter than the MGC here. All right, so let's just do one more solve. I set it up just a little bit, put some stuff in it, so we'll just see if that maybe makes a little difference. But yeah, let's just go on with this. I got double parity, guys. All right, a minute 3, significantly worse than the last one, but really didn't change my opinion on the feel. Also, another thing I noticed, I forgot to mention, visible magnets, so that's cool. Yeah, anyway, like this thing, pretty fast, feels really nice. I really don't mind anything about it, except the catching is the only downside, but it honestly doesn't feel too much worse than the MGC. And I feel like right off the bat here, like coming off straight off the dome after that solve, like it feels really nice. The way it clicks into place, how nice it slides, and the churning feels, it's so smooth. Feels just like some of their high-end, like the higher end 3x3s. And overall right now, definitely gonna be able to compete with the MGC. Definitely up there. And honestly, it's more enjoyable to use, in my opinion, as far as right now. Obviously, I haven't done too much with it, but I am enjoying it for sure. All right, so now time for a little bit of some honest review. What do I actually think? The positive, this cube feels really premium. The maglev, the UV coating, the alignment, just like that comes straight up from the factory. GAN checked a lot of boxes on this one, especially for the first Square-1 release. It is genuinely really impressive. I personally really like just how smooth of a buttery feel this has, and how it kind of just feels like one of those high-end 3x3s. I love the UV coating on this on a Square-1. I love how it clicks into place, and I even love how it sounds. So overall, I am just like absolutely adoring this cube so far. It's also lighter than the MGC, which is arguably one of the best Square-1s, right now. And as another competitive Square-1 release, this one is great. It's lighter, it's got maglev, UV. Sure, it does feel like it catches a bit, but I don't think it's too much of a problem. You can also tighten it, loosen it. It's got a bunch of settings you can adjust, so that's also awesome. All right, but also the corner cutting does feel like it takes noticeably more effort than the MGC, and when you kind of try to tighten it, it seems like the lockups and corner cutting do get a little bit worse. But it's really not that bad or that big of a deal. I didn't really find that big of a difference in my solves from it. So kind of you just got to find the right setup for this thing, and it does feel awesome. It's really fast, and I feel like it can be a little uncontrollable, so it might be good to slow it down a little bit, because it is fast and occasionally got away from me, but it wasn't too big of an issue. I put a kind of controllable lube in here, but it really didn't slow it down that much because I didn't want to, and I am really just liking this cube. I kept it at the factory settings, and it's honestly so far surprising me a little bit, and so far I'm really impressed with this cube, and I'm excited to get some more solves in with it. So is the GAN Square-1 worth it? Look, this is not the perfect cube. The corner cutting needs a little bit of work, and finding the right setup takes some patience. But for the first ever GAN Square-1, after 6 years or I don't even know of waiting, this is a solid competitive release. If you are a Square-1 solver who's been using an MGC for years and you're ready for something new, this is worth trying for sure. If you are happy with your MGC setup, there's really no urgent reason to switch. I don't find nothing too special about this thing that you'd really need it. But overall, I would get this. I might even use this as my main just because I think it's so satisfying to turn and the way it clicks into place and like it sounds. I also like how fast it is. Like that's like a U4 on a Square-1. That's kind of funny. Like the MGC is nowhere near that fast. Like it's not, and it doesn't click into place the same way. So this one, honestly, even if you do like the MGC that much, this one is for sure a solid pickup, and I am thoroughly enjoying this cube. And the more I play with it, the more I like it. So yeah, definitely worth the pickup if you are willing to and are maybe in the market for another Square-1. So either way, this is a historic release for the Square-1 community, and I'm glad GAN finally made it happen. If you want to grab one of these, use code JACKED over at the Cubicle. Let me know in the comments if you are picking this up and what you think about the GAN Square-1. Otherwise, that's it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Yeah, lost souls, they looking for a leader, that's why I'm still reading. Posted on they block with 7 shots, we taking